Don't chew on that, Max.
Cooper loves that chew too.
Oh, now he's into Cooper's food. Wow, he is loving it. What do you feed Cooper?
Blue Buffalo Life Protection Formula. He never leaves a crumb. I love it because it's made with high-quality protein, nutrient-rich fruits and veggies, and wholesome whole grains.
Looks like we're switching to Blue.
Blue Buffalo foods are made with the superior ingredients your dog needs to thrive. Can your dog food say that? Visit feedbluefood.com to learn more.
Are you a forward thinker? Then you need an HR and finance platform that thinks like you do. Workday is the AI platform that helps propel your organization, your workforce, and your industry into the future. Workday, moving business forever forward.
For a limited time at McDonald's, get a Big Mac Extra Value Meal for $8. That means 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, and medium fries, and a drink. We may need to change that jingle.
Prices and participation may vary.
At Starbucks, we offer full and part-time baristas 100% upfront college tuition coverage, which means they can thrive at our company and in class. At Starbucks, benefits like college tuition coverage are just the start.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you believe?
Do you believe?
Do you believe? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Do you believe? I don't know if I do. Do you believe? Maybe you do, or maybe you don't. Do you believe? I don't know if I do anymore. Do you believe? Let me know when you have time.
Welcome to a second episode of the week of Basketball Illuminati. No Amin El Hassan, no Tom Haverstraw, maybe no Mays, but there is me, Zach Harper. There's Mo Dakhil. There's Big Wosny Lambre. And I don't know, we're going to do a thing here. We're going to do a thing. We want to know if we believe and if the people believe. So, I don't know, smash that like and subscribe, sound off in the comments, buy the merch, do everything. Do everything internet people are supposed to do when they support. Buy the Patreon, get the Patreon subscription, patreon.com/count the dings.
Absolutely.
Follow Big Waz, follow Mo Dakhil. Don't follow me. I'm not interested. But, do all that other stuff. There's a cool Netflix documentary coming out on the 2024 Olympic team. Watch that.
I just got that email this morning.
Yeah,
I was pleasantly surprised.
I'm pumped for that one. That's going to be good.
Real quick, they're going through the trailer, and I love a good trailer. And there's a part where Evan Fournier, of all people's, talking shit. We've been playing together for 10 years. They got 3 weeks. They're together for 3 weeks. It cuts to Kevin Durant. They told him, he goes, yeah, okay. Is that chemistry going to help you guard Steph? And then boom, Steph hits a 3 on the Bears. Like, that's how you make a trailer, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we're looking for here.
That's good. That's
Basketball
good.
Illuminati.
Do you believe?
All right, we got 3 topics. We're going to ask if you believe in any of these 3. So we'll start off with you, Mo. Topic 1. Do you believe that anybody wants Bradley Beal?
I believe there are people out there that want Bradley Beal. I do not believe anybody wants Bradley Beal's contract and no trade clause that comes with it.
$111 million over the next 2 years. But that's if he picks up that $57 million player option 2 years from now.
I wonder if he'll do that.
I don't know. So the rumors, obviously, Jimmy Butler wants to go to the Suns. Well, that doesn't happen without Bradley Beal going elsewhere. I don't think the Heat want him. I don't think the Bucks want him.
No.
This is becoming a very awkward situation. Clearly the Suns don't want him if they can get Jimmy. I don't know if they want him anyway. I don't know that they want Bud anymore either, but that's a topic for a different day. Mo, what do the Suns do here? I wrote this for the Athletic today. That I've finally figured out the Suns. Okay, I finally figured out the Suns. Matt Ishbia is showing me what it would look like if I became a billionaire and bought an NBA team. That is exactly how it's run. Like just reckless, no thought of the future. And this Bradley Beal situation is a product of that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think this is also the new owner syndrome. And we saw this kind of when Mark Cuban became an owner, when some of these guys come in and let's just go nuts and turn over the just turning over the team over and over again. Like this is going to fix the problem. Running through coaches left and right. Like this is the issue. It's going to be interesting. But the Beal stuff is phenomenal because we've seen players try to make things uncomfortable, but it seems like the Suns are trying to make a player uncomfortable as well. And this is like a fun sort of.
They're pulling a Jimmy Butler on.
Reverse Jimmy. They're like, yo, would you come off the bench? We got David Roddy. You come off the bench.
What's going to start happening is he's going to have to do his own laundry on the road. They're not even going to pick up his bag for bag check. It's going to keep getting left at the hotel.
God.
Like there's
going to be stick him in the Best Western instead of
sorry, man. Four Seasons booked up, but it was a Red Roof Inn right down the road.
We're all booked. When they're
the ice machine's out, but there's a Red Roof Inn. It's got a bed. Beal actually holds all the cards here. So I guess like even if someone does want him, he holds all the cards because of that no trade clause. But do you believe that he wants to go anywhere?
I think Bradley Beal has a healthy pride about himself. And if somebody is demonstrating like, yo, we desperately don't want you here, and they're treating you like you're some kind of pariah, and you have some personal and professional pride, I can see him being like, I don't need to be with you guys. Watch me flourish in a destination of my own choosing and my own making. I don't think Beal is like wedded to the idea that he needs to be in Phoenix. But, the no trade clause affords him a certain level of authority on the matter in terms of where he gets to be. And so I think there's a point, honestly, and I know his agents are probably in his ear, like where pride has to come in. And it's like, look, it's a wink and a nod. Like these people don't want us here. We're going to find a place that actually wants us and make a move there. What I think is interesting is if teams just be like, look, we'll trade for Bradley Beal, but like he has to waive his no trade clause.
Right.
Like, come on, let's be reasonable here. Like, your money's guaranteed, brother. But like, come on, brother, you shouldn't have that much say on a franchise.
I disagree. Man.
It makes it so much Bradley better. Beal shouldn't have that much say in a franchise.
Hey,
the Wizards ultimately screwed everybody.
Mark Bartlestein, good agent.
Good, yes. All the credit to the agent.
Two guys got a no trade clause: LeBron James and Bradley Beal. That's incredible.
But I'll say this. This is also why the Heat didn't want him the first time around, right? Like they were interested in Bradley Beal before he went to Phoenix, but he wasn't willing to waive the no trade clause in the sense of when he gets there, they will have to deal with it. And they're like, no, we don't want to deal with that. Like, it's amazing.
So I think when Beal realizes there's a lack of interest in his contract as it stands and realize that the Suns are just completely done with him. And this, guys, we've all worked in certain type of workplaces and people can make it known when you're not liked or you're not wanted or you're not appreciated. We've all seen it.
Feels like Woz is looking directly at my box on the screen. Like that just,
no, Zach. No, me and you personally.
I remind you that Woz left me for the Ringer.
No. But and of course, Mo can speak to this. Like we've all been there in a certain workplace where it's like, wow, like okay, there's a certain level of disrespect that's happening here that we can't take. And I think Bradley Beal, he's not going to be like, oh, I have two teams. Like I'm sure he'll open up the list. But I think if he was honest with himself, man, and wanted his career to go a certain way, he would waive that no trade clause.
It's just hard because then you're in a situation of where you end up. Like to be honest, I probably wouldn't waive the no trade clause until and dictate where I'm going. Like this is
I mean after he gets traded this year. Yeah. But the team that acquires him should have the right to trade him at some point.
I disagree. I think you should hold that as long as you because he's not getting the next contract. He's not getting the next one.
What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Like that's
they're going to pay you $111 million. That's what they're going to do.
You're saying because he negotiated it and he'll never have one again.
Never have one again.
He has to hold it with dear Like,
look, let's be honest here.
End up in Charlotte.
You think Andre Kirilenko didn't use that pass and hold that pass when he needed it? Come on. You got it. Why would you give it up?
Fair enough.
Yeah. But I don't think he should, in the sense of he should still control where he goes. Like in that sense of, look, he's still a good ball player. The problem is he's just never on the court over the past few years, right? He hasn't played more than 60 games.
It's also just a weird fit, man. Like, I get what they tried to do, but it's not there.
It didn't make sense when they made the trade. We were all like, you're not going to have a point guard. You're going to make Bradley Beal be your point guard. You're going to make him your point of attack defender. Like, yeah, of course it didn't work.
No.
So Jimmy needs Bradley Beal's help. What I find fascinating in this whole process is you essentially have Bernie Lee, Jimmy's side of it, and Jimmy's camp, and then you have Mark Bartlestein,
the agent that's always yelling at people on Twitter.
Well, yelling at Shams,
even though they're saying, even though they're right,
always getting it right. Yeah,
the best. I mean, I think the best thing ever is look. There's something about Shams that Bernie publicly just does not like. I don't know if it's show. I don't know if it's whatever, but there's part of it where he's just like, yo, I don't fuck with this dude publicly, right? And my favorite thing was it last year in the playoffs where Shams reports this MCL sprain for Jimmy, and Bernie Lee comes out there and is like, this is bullshit, that he's lying, blah, blah, blah. And then 5 hours later, he's like, yeah, he's got MCL sprain, he's out. We don't know. He's done.
It's amazing.
So you have these two sides, right? And like the Bartlestein camp, I'm not saying is exactly the most trustworthy either. Like they have a job to do. But let's play this game. Whose side do you want to believe more? Because I think for me, it's Jimmy's side. I want to believe Jimmy. Any rumor coming out. Like, look, we had the report of, oh yeah, they missed a paycheck for 10 days. I'm like, that's not really going to get me to, like, that can't be the way you curry favor with the public in this one. Like
that Jimmy missed out on one of his, $50 million contract checks. Like Jimmy,
he still got it though, right? Like just 10 days late.
I know you were still able to buy diapers this month, my brother. Like,
unless this was like a Casino Royale situation where he needed that money for a poker game immediately. I just don't see the
Bartlesteins. What have they done? They've just been like, Bradley Beal's open to going to Milwaukee. He's open to going on.
Yeah. Well,
teams.
historically,
I like that. Teams that aren't even interested. He's like, he's open.
Hey, he'd go to the Knicks.
To playing for OKC.
Right.
He's open to that.
Historically, they did help create the Gordon Hayward situation, if you remember that.
Bartlestein was the Gordon Hayward situation?
Yeah. Well, it was more so another party in that whole thing. But it was,
I think Bartlestein, they probably cooked up the, players tribute. We was waiting on our players tribute.
It was banging back then, man.
Exactly.
Like,
with deadlines, man, it gets crazy.
These deadlines are nuts, man. Editors start getting stressed. You don't know how to land the plane.
And he's sending it back. And yeah, that's always tough.
Well, neither did Gordon Hayward, to be honest. All right. So do you believe Bradley Beal will get traded? Do you think somebody wants him and he will get traded?
I think they'll find a place for him. It seems like the winds are blowing in that direction. I do ultimately believe they will find a place for Bradley Beal, and I do ultimately believe it might not be Jimmy Butler, by the way, that comes back in return.
That'll be interesting. I agree. I do think Bradley Beal does at the very end, 11th hour, something comes together, makes that happen. Although it would just be so much fun watching the uncomfortableness go on for the second half of the season.
Mo, what a seamless transition to our next topic, because
hello, listener. It's producer Maze here to talk to you about Kindred. Now close your eyes like Owen Wilson during a job interview and imagine a way to travel that feels personal, comfortable, and connected without the price tags and the sterile feelings of hotels or short-term rentals. Now open your eyes and stop using your imagination because Kindred has made it very real. That's exactly what they do. Kindred is a members-only home swapping network. It's not a hotel. It's not a short-term rental. It's a smarter way to travel where each stay feels like home. Here's how it works. With Kindred, your home is your ticket. You earn credits by hosting fellow Kindred members, and then you use those credits to stay in over 220,000 homes in more than 100 cities worldwide. There are no hotel costs or rental fees, just the credits that you've earned. Every stay comes with white glove service, 24/7 trip support, and $100,000 in host protection. Make it easier for you to travel and enjoy yourself and not worry about details. I've used Kindred and I found an amazing home for a weekend getaway in an idyllic location with amazing views and great ambiance. It had everything I needed. And the best part was, it cost me $0. So apply now at livekindred.com and use code DINGS to join for free. Plus, you'll earn 5 nights of travel credit just for signing up. That's right, that's 5 whole nights for free at livekindred, KINDRED.com, code DINGS, DINGS, livekindred.com, code DINGS.
Listener, listen up. This is important, okay? I'm going to try to save you some money here. If you're still overpaying for wireless, it's time to say yes to saying no. At Mint Mobile, their favorite word is no. You may think like, oh, that's bad. No contracts, no monthly bills, no overages, no hidden fees, no BS. Here's why I said yes to making the switch and getting premium wireless for $15 a month. You heard that correctly. $15 per month. Ditch overpriced wireless and the jaw-dropping monthly bills. And of course, there are all these hidden fees and stuff, but at Mint Mobile, plans start at $15 per month. All the plans come with high-speed data, unlimited talk and text. You're not doing like weekend and nighttime minutes or anything like that. And it's delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone. Don't have to get a new phone. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all of your existing contacts. I switched months ago. People have asked, did you actually switch? Yes, I actually switched months ago. And I don't know what to do with all this extra money. I've cheated the system here. I've rigged something. This is an Ocean's 11 situation where I'm stealing wireless from Mint. That's how good a deal it is. Ready to say yes to saying no? Make the switch at mintmobile.com/dings. That's DINGS. That's mintmobile.com/dings. Upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to $15 per month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Hello, listener. It's Producer Maze here to talk to you about Quince and their cookware. Cooler nights mean cozy meals at home, and Quince's cookware has made fall cooking so much more enjoyable. Their pieces deliver the quality and performance of luxury brands, but at a price that makes sense. And they look gorgeous on the stovetop, too. No matter what item you need to complete your kitchen, Quince has you covered. With 5-ply stainless steel pots and pans, nonstick skillets, chef-quality knives, and even ceramic bakeware, which is perfect for cozy casseroles or Sunday roasts. And when you look at these prices, you might think, how is Quince doing this? How do they deliver high-quality items similar to high-end brands that are half the price? Well, let me tell you, they partner directly with ethical top-tier factories to cut out the middlemen and pass the savings on to you. And it's not just cookware. I got myself some bath sheets. That's right. When you're a tall man, you have to use bath sheets, not bath towels from Quince. It's like drying off with the cloud. It's incredible. Upgrade your kitchen for cozy fall meals with premium cookware from Quince. Go to quince.com/dings for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/dings, DINGS, to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/dings.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Wish you could become a morning person? You know the type, up before the sun, early morning runs, first one to the office with donuts and a smile. How do they do it? Easy. With the new Galaxy Watch 8, sleep tracking and personalized insights from Samsung Health help you improve so you can wake up to a whole new you. One who, dare I say it, skips the snooze? It's possible. Train your sleep with Galaxy Watch 8. Learn more at Samsung.com. Requires compatible Samsung Galaxy phone, Samsung Health app, and Samsung account.
Do you believe?
I want to know, do you believe Jimmy Butler meant to get suspended again? Because Jimmy was suspended for 7 games, right? For conduct detrimental to the team because he had requested a trade. They felt he wasn't giving good effort, all this stuff. And big to do. He misses the 7 games. He comes back. I think they're 1-2 in the 3 games that he came back. He wears a Phoenix Suns colorway on his shoes. He's just doing Jimmy shit. And I understand why people get frustrated by it, think it's unprofessional. I fucking love it. I love I'm in for the whole thing. But then Jimmy gets suspended 2 more games for this road trip in Milwaukee and in Brooklyn for the Miami Heat because he missed the team flight and apparently had plans on joining them later on. He missed the team flight. I saw on his Instagram stories, he was at some event. I believe this was last night because these stories were like 9 hours ago. And Andrew Schultz, the comedian, was there. It was like this thing. He's posted all kinds of stories. So he needed to go to this event, or he ended up going to this event because of the suspension. But Woz, do you believe that Jimmy Butler intentionally got suspended yet again?
I mean, is there anything I've ever believed in more? That's the real question. And it's for a couple of reasons. So one, the Ramona story comes out. Mm-hmm. Ramona Shelburne, ESPN, who is obviously well-connected, well-sourced person.
Well tapped in, yeah.
And I think she did a good job of trying to balance the Heat side and the Jimmy side.
Mo, what do you think? You think this was like a definite, I'm gonna get myself suspended? Like, cause look, if you want to get traded, Amin and I have talked about this a lot. Everyone's talked about this a lot. You got to make it messy.
You have to make it messy. And I just real quick did some research here, and the flight he missed was to Milwaukee. Do you want to guess the weather in Milwaukee right now?
I'm guessing it's real cold, man.
It is 14 degrees. And again, in my amazing research, I then looked up the weather in Miami. Do you want to guess what the weather is in Miami?
Not that.
61 degrees. Ooh, Jimmy saw that 14 and said, I ain't going.
Also, it's real cold in Brooklyn too right now.
Yes.
I'm going to New York. I'm going to New York next week. And I saw someone post like, oh, it's 14 degrees like 2 days ago. I was like, hold on a second. Maybe I'm not going to New York next week.
Questionable decision on your part.
I got to get myself suspended, man. This is.
But I honestly think he looked.
Do you think this is a weather thing?
Yes, I think it's a weather thing. Okay. I think he saw how cold these cities were, said, I'm not interested. I'm out.
Yeah. You were talking about Ramona Shelburne's reporting and what Jimmy's doing here.
Yeah, I think this is a spite suspension because in the reporting, because she talked to both sides, the Heat are like, yo, we allowed this dude special accommodations. We didn't even give the LeBron and goddamn Alonzo Mourning, okay? D-Wade didn't get these accommodations. One of them being Jimmy not having to travel with the team, Jimmy traveling separately, which I will know. I heard these from, a couple of my Miami sources. By the way, not Miami Heat sources, just guys that I know that live in Miami.
These are just dudes that was met at Art Basel. Like this
listen, my Miami guys were like, yo,
is going to the boat show.
He was at Prime one night, met these dudes. They decided to text them
2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now. When was the first day of the LA fires? Was that 2 weeks ago?
7th?
The 7th, around
the 7th. Okay, so that's roughly 2 weeks ago, basically. And they were like, "Yo, we heard Jimmy doesn't travel with the team," We heard Jimmy does blah, blah, blah. Jimmy's got all these accommodations. We heard Jimmy does this. We heard Jimmy stayed in, Jimmy stayed in Boulder, Colorado during blah, blah, blah. Or maybe it wasn't Boulder, but Jimmy stayed separate from the team hotel during the finals. And Jimmy did blah, blah, blah. Like, these are things that were already out there. And so whatever. And so Jimmy, I think, the story comes out. He's like, oh, I'm missing team planes, huh? I'm not traveling with the team, huh?
Watch this.
All right, so watch me not travel with the team. How about that? So that's my interpretation of the Jimmy Butler situation with the suspension.
Yeah, I buy that. Like, I think, look, you want to get where you want to get in the NBA, you got to be messy, right? Dame is in Milwaukee because he was unwilling to get messy. Like, he just was. He wanted to conduct himself with a certain level of professionalism, and I say that not as a dig at Jimmy. I have no problem with it. I'm pro player empowerment. I understand the issues with the unprofessionalism and everything, but ultimately, you have a short amount of time to do what you want to do, earn what you want to earn, and go where you want to go. And if you are willing to be uncomfortable in getting those things, then that's on you to deal with, and that's on the team to figure out, right? We saw it with James Harden getting out of Houston and Philly, where he made it very uncomfortable. Mo, with Jimmy in this situation, I wonder, to quote the great Dan Le Batard, what's the end game, Mo, with Jimmy?
What's the end game, Spence?
If these shenanigans do not result in a trade or just the logistics, like I was trying to craft, I swear to God, I spent an hour on the Spotrac trade machine the other night trying to figure out how to get Bradley Beal to Milwaukee, Jimmy to Phoenix, and whatever back to Miami. And I'm putting fourth and fifth teams in there because there's just second apron restrictions and everything. And seriously, an hour trying to figure this out. Couldn't get one trade to pass all the parameters, and finally said, fuck it, I'm just going to wait for Hollinger to write it. I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to wait for John to write it. I can't do it. And then John wrote, the Suns have just salted the earth and it's now time to starve. That's he just eviscerated the Suns, which is a great dismount, man. The earth has been salted and now that all that's left is starving, which is just amazing.
But John basically said, I'm going to let Zach do it. And you said you're going to let John do it, and now we have nothing.
But I do want, all right, let's say he doesn't get dealt in the next 2 weeks. Now what?
I mean, that's
you can't keep getting suspended.
I mean, I honestly think at that point, I think the Heat are just going to turn to him and just say, "Stay away from the team."
You can't player participation policy.
That's right.
They got it. Right. But I mean, they could get special acceptance from the league on that, but yes, in the past you could, but now he's right. Hit that parameter of in the last 3 years he made an all NBA team, so you can't treat him that way.
So
I have a question though. Does this get easier in the summer?
Yeah.
Yes.
And why
not
is that? Is that just
not much easier.
More teams will be in the pot, or
more teams.
Will
the restrictions are easier because you don't have all these. You have cap holds, but you don't necessarily have all the same players on the roster. Right. And then by that time, I mean, if they can't do it before, all right, let's say Phoenix is the only destination for Jimmy. They're in the second apron by about $28 million. They have to trade Nurk. And they have to trade Grayson Allen for essentially nothing. That's why it's another reason they got those 3 draft picks from Utah is to attach one to probably each player to make those deals work, just so they can get under the second apron to avoid that. Milwaukee's going through the same thing with trying to move Pat Connaughton, right? So they can get under that second apron. It's funny. Miami, Jimmy wants to go to Phoenix. There was this whole concoction of maybe Beal to Milwaukee, all this stuff, and 2 of the 4 teams in the second apron are Phoenix and Milwaukee. Just Miami's not far behind. Miami's $2.5 million out, right? Miami's right behind there. So
thank God we have this second apron, right?
Oh, isn't that fun to talk about when you talk about fucking trades and basketball?
So awesome for everyone.
Well, at least it'll be gone soon, right? Or no, it's here.
So that
it's here
Joe
for
Lacob never has to spend over the cap again. It's just such a weird thing. None of these owners ever going to hit that.
I mean, it's so frustrating.
It's just a weird thing that we ever did, bro.
Yeah. Mason, keep your third apron open. But seriously, Part of me wants to see Jimmy go to the Suns and just see what that looks like. And I think it'll be fun. And if he's healthy, like who knows what he can do? Like we've seen him do crazy shit before in the playoff run, right? And that's a lot of, it's top heavy, but it's a lot of talent. I like the move for Nick Richards. Like I think there's something there if they want to play for Bud. But
I like the idea of Jimmy with something to prove.
Yes, love that
Jimmy
idea.
with a huge chip on his shoulder.
It's always fun, man.
I think Jimmy still has a lot to give, to be quite honest. But now, extending his deal, $110 more million more.
Look, man, if you're willing to pay it to Bradley Beal, you're willing to pay it to Jimmy.
That is a tough one. But no. The Suns, for sure, is definitely worth it because KD's going to extend. Mm-hmm. And whatever. They all just have to be unhappy and miserable together if it doesn't ultimately work out.
We just go hang out in Scottsdale.
And I think there's an emergency button if they have to be like, all right, we're getting off of Devin Booker. We're getting off of KD. They'll get some picks and stuff. They'll get a nice return to get off of those guys.
Yeah. Or you just keep acquiring people that aren't that good anymore and are very super expensive.
That are above 35. And let's just keep getting older and slower.
But yeah, part of me also just wants to see what happens if he doesn't get traded. What's the rest of the season like? I do like that chaos.
Just before we move on, I think the Heat thought that they could thug this out. They're like, we're not the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're the Miami Heat. We don't get terms dictated to us. And blah, blah, blah.
Pat Riley's a bad man. Like the Heat are a great organization.
No.
You are not Jimmy when it comes to this shit.
No.
You can't do it.
No. It's like you're like, I'm a tough guy. I could beat up Khabib in a street fight. Nah, man, this ain't gonna happen.
You
like
can't.
that's just not gonna work.
Or Shea King beating Floyd Mayweather.
Oh my god,
never gonna let that go.
Oh my god, he said another stupid one that I'll have to fill you in on later.
Well, shocking.
This episode is presented by State Farm. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like expecting the leadership of a team captain on the football field, but getting a sea captain. You wouldn't settle for just anything for your team. Shouldn't it be the same for your insurance? So don't settle for just any insurance when you can go with a leader. State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Jif peanut butter. It's that jiffing good, it doesn't really need advertising. So instead, enjoy the calming sounds of the ocean. Jif. Ooh, it's that jiffing good. Get your Jif at jif.com.
Welcome to Sephora. I'm looking for a perfume that's not too perfumey.
I got you. Serum moisturizer or moisturizer serum.
Let's get into layering. My concealer is making me look worse.
Sounds like the wrong shade. Let's get you matched.
There's only one store that really gets what you're going for. Get beauty from people who get beauty. Only at Sephora.
Hi, let's get you a basket.
Whether your business has 6 floors or 6 employees, Walmart Business has everything you need to save time, money, and hassle. You can restock your break room with bulk ordering or bulk up your ordering team with shared payments. And you can get it all delivered straight to your business's door, whether that's on Wall Street or Main Street. Walmart Business. It's the Walmart you love, now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
Do you believe?
Let's move to our third topic. Last night, it was a crazy finish, but thanks to some choking at the free throw line by Darius Garland, the Houston Rockets hold on, beat the Cleveland Cavaliers at home, 119-118, I believe was the score. And they're going to play again Saturday, so we'll get a fun little turnaround rematch there. But, all right, this Rockets team, they're top 10 in offense. They're one of the best defenses in the league. Alperen Sengun should be an all-star. Amen Thompson is a most improved and a defensive, all defensive team option and a sixth man of the year candidate and all this stuff. Jalen Green is going through, the roller coaster of being Jalen Green. But
he started off so well, fell off a cliff.
But now he's back.
And now he's back. This is nuts.
Tari Eason's back. He's good. Like this team is deep. This team is well coached. The offensive numbers are weird, but technically efficient. So Mo, do you believe in this Rockets team to make a deep, I'm not going to say win the West. I think that's crazy, but to get to the second or third, let's say, can they get, do you believe in them to be able to get to the conference finals?
No, I don't believe. And there's a couple of reasons why. First off, you said it. The offense is weird.
This is the thing. They can't. They're like one of the worst shot making teams in the league, but they're the best offensive rebounding team in the league.
Yeah,
so they keep possessions alive. Yeah,
we're gonna keep throwing it off the backboard until it goes in. It's basically the strategy in that sense. But really, it just comes down to this: we can look at teams in playoff success. You have to have that guy. Yeah. Houston has a bunch of dudes that are great, and we these guys are awesome. It's fun, isn't it? They don't have that guy at the end of games where I'm like, we're going to give him the ball, and he's going to get us a look of some kind. I've seen them try it. Fred VanVleet's too small. He's not going to get the shot off the way. He's been bad in clutch
this year, yeah.
Yeah. And then, so we're going to go to Alperen Sengun. Teams are going to double. They're not worried about the teams shooting the ball from the outside because, again, they just throw it off the backboard. There's a whole bunch of different things there. They don't have that guy. And I don't think you can have playoff success if you don't have that guy.
This is going to shock you. Oh boy! I believe in Jalen Green in clutch situations. That's a dude that can go get a shot. I believe if you can go get a shot, you can go get a bucket, and he can he can get a shot.
So I've always been a Jalen Green believer. My confidence definitely wavered when he went into the tank in December or whenever it was. However, to your point, Zach, the reason I've always believed in it is just nobody can stay in front of this guy. His jump shot, he's never had a horrible jump shot, but his jump shot is pretty decent. I think where he's really struggled is actually finishing at the cup. His paint finishes have always just been so uneven and lack explosion in a way that just doesn't make sense with his God-given ability. I just don't think this year you're going to put this guy in a playoff situation where the best coaches are game planning against their crunch time offense, and they're going to be efficient enough. I just don't.
But do you think they're going to game plan against Jalen Green, or they're going to be like, well, we'll let Jalen Green beat us. We're not going to let Fred. We're not going to let Sengun. And then that gives him the opportunity. I kind of think they'll say, okay, go beat us. And I think, look, this could absolutely hurt them. I don't think
it's going to be go beat us. We're going to put our weakest defender on you and let you do whatever you want one-on-one. Go beat us scheming for every single one of the Rockets' strengths. And, on offense, those strengths are limited. And so it's not defenses are not going to know what to do.
By the way,
they're going to know who to cover.
By the way, it was November he shot 37% from the field.
Good God.
37, man.
That's so rough.
Up to
Ricky
49%
Davis
this
is rolling over in his grave.
Don't you
man.
dare. That's 44% for his career, Ricky Davis. Don't you dare. I'll end this fucking podcast right now. I don't give a fuck. Don't you ever talk about Ricky that way. God damn it. All right, let's recenter ourselves. Okay, I forgive you for now. Okay, I'll be the bigger man here.
Cow that is Ricky Davis. Should I said Flip Murray is rolling in his grave right now?
Man, I like Flip Murray too. I like
Zach. You need to give us a name. Who can we go to? Who can we go to that we can talk about?
You could go Nick Young. You could go Nick Young. You could go. Yeah, you could go Nick Young. I like him. No, that's Providence finest, man. Don't do that.
Marshawn Brooks is the king.
Every episode of the Do You Believe edition of Basketball Illuminati is just going to end in us naming gunners I like, which is pretty much all of them. We're going to find a way to get to that. That point.
Speaking of gunners that you like, and I know this isn't part of the Do You Believe, but do you believe Zach LaVine is an all-star this year?
Ooh, in the East? No,
he's on an efficiency tear.
He's been really good, but I think there's too many guards. Yeah. Like, I think
it's so
I mean, I guess we'll find out tonight whether or not he's going to start or not. But I would, if he's not a starter, I would say I think LaMelo should be in before him. But even then, I'm not certain LaMelo makes it.
LaMelo didn't make my team.
He didn't make mine either. But yeah, like I don't know. There's like 6 guards I think are ahead of probably both of them. But yeah, Zach LaVine, that's a good one though. He's been good. I really like. I don't think they're going to do it now. I'd like that idea of him getting traded to Denver for Michael Porter Jr. I also just don't believe in Michael Porter Jr. at all. So to me, I was like, hey, get someone in there.
Me and Mo Dakhil both have been trading Michael Porter Jr.
Since he was in high school.
4 years now.
Since he was in high school, you've been trading.
I've been trading this guy for.
Just so you know, Zach, every time Waz and I have coffee, that's how the conversation ends.
How do we get Michael Porter Jr. out of there?
Every time.
Here is Mike.
It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, but and then as Maze points out, then he did the porn episode of his podcast, and I was like, he said they're teaching that like kindergartners are becoming fur babies or whatever. I was just like, yo. This guy is nuts. Right. Whatever. This basketball Illuminati. We can give the people the truth. I was in Vegas one night.
Oh boy.
At a club. We was at Omnia. And Michael Porter Jr. was at the table basically right across from us. And I was with an NBA guy, a veteran NBA guy, one of my homies. And Pascal, who's no longer in the league anymore, Pascal, was in our section.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael Porter Jr., he has sunglasses on in the club. That's strike number 1.
I hate that, man. That's so like it doesn't look. It's too hard to see, man. It's too hard to see. Yeah.
Right. So he's got sunglasses in the club. Strike number 1. Strike number 2. He's making it rain, cash, actual money. We're not in the strip club. We're in a nightclub.
Right.
Who are you throwing this money at? Nobody. Excuse me.
Come with a broom, just
And Pascal walks up to the vet that I was with and was like, yo, what's up with your man? And the vet was like, not my era. We never did that. Not my era. That's y'all era. We never did that in my era. That's not my era. So that's my lasting image of Michael Porter Jr., who, by the way, like it must be said, like, you know, when he first came into the league, was just a complete sieve on defense, allergic to rebounding, that kind of, like, he's been better at that stuff. But, like, at his number and his propensity to never pass the ball ever in his life.
If I'm going to be bad at defense, I'd rather Zach LaVine than Michael Porter Jr.
100%.
Like, that's like, and not that Denver's bad, but that position's going to be like he's better than he was as a rookie. He's still, there's a reason they go at him every time. It's not because they like the challenge.
He's supposed to be better than he was as a rookie at this point. Right. Yeah. Like that's supposed to happen.
But he had, he had one of those Trae Young, Zach LaVine, Dame Lillard, blah, blah, blah. Like one of those kind of reputations that's just like Jalen Brunson now, whatever.
Yeah.
Like where it's just like, yo, this guy is a target. Like blah, 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 blah. And I think he's gotten way better than that.
He has. Not good enough.
Before we go, I do want to put it on. I do believe in the Rockets. I think it will be matchup dependent. I think this team's good. I think they're good enough. I think they're well coached enough. That defense is legit. I think they can win ugly games. I do worry about the clutch time offense because they're not a good shooting team. But I do. There's something about this team like when Amen Thompson and Tari Eason are on the floor, I just believe in them. I think it's a fun combo,
if you don't have an elite unit, it's hard to take you seriously in the playoffs. And they have an elite unit.
Yeah.
You know, like they have a defense that's going to travel, that's going to give everybody problems. It's just, I can't take the offense seriously. Sorry, Zach.
That's fine. Worry. I'll be in H-Town with Michael Porter Jr. making it rain during the Western Conference Finals. You won't be allowed in. All right, that's going to do it for the Do You Believe edition of Basketball Illuminati. Subscribe, YouTube, anywhere you get podcasts. Make sure you're part of that Patreon, patreon.com/countthedings. Make sure you're checking out Mo Dakhil on Twitter, Blue Sky, Twitch, all that good stuff. Make sure you're checking out Waz on group chat, everything he's doing for The Ringer. Make sure you subscribe to The Bounce, our free newsletter at The Athletic, theathletic.com/The Bounce. And I don't give a shit after that. Oh, send a photo too.